Hey guys, it's me, Halloween Dan, doing another very quick, very unanticipated video because once again there are things happening. They're all happening at once and it's taking me rather by surprise. And there are a few things that were revealed yesterday and some more things to kind of update you on that I thought were worthy of just doing another quick video. So that's exactly what I'm about to do. Let's do this. So the first thing I want to quickly talk about is Home Depot. Basically, yesterday you might have seen a quick video where I was talking about the brand new Deadwood tree prop that's coming out. Very awesome that it is. But I did say that this prop had movement and I shared some information about how its arms moved and jaw moved and head moved, but it doesn't. It doesn't have any movement. It was misinformation. I shared it thinking that was what it was for, but it evidently wasn't. I'm not blaming anyone, it's not a big deal. I should have probably been a bit more careful about the information I was sharing. But either way, unfortunately, this prop doesn't have any movement, which is kind of sad. The information I had about movement was actually related to the Headless Horseman prop. So now the horse head movement makes a lot more sense. All of this could have been solved easily though, if we'd have actually had some proper demo videos by now, which usually by now we've had demo videos for all of these props because it is now halfway to Halloween. Can you believe it, guys? And usually by now we've got demo videos coming out of our ears and everyone has seen what these things do. Yet for the first time that I can remember recently, we haven't had any proper demo videos from Home Depot specifically, and yet Home Depot have put most of these things on sale that you can pre-order them, I think. Don't take this as gospel, but I think you can pre-order them now. I think they're all on sale, most of them anyway. There's links coming out of people's ears to go and buy these things. Yet a lot of them we haven't seen fully what they do. And strangely, the Deadwood tree, one of their bigger props, was only revealed yesterday. It's almost as though someone at Home Depot's like fallen asleep on the job. Either way, I think the majority of the props now are available at least to pre-order. And although it's very sad that the Deadwood tree guy is not a moving animatronic prop, it's still a very cool prop in my opinion. So, yeah. The other thing I wanted to quickly talk about is switching over to Lowe's for a second. We've been a bit quiet about Lowe's ever since those sneak peeks and the managers meeting all the way back in like January and February now. We haven't really seen a great deal more information or particularly prop demonstrations. And then only yesterday, I saw it on Instagram, Lowe's themselves shared a very quick, I think it's like 22-second video of all of these props in motion. Well, not all of them, but a lot of them kind of moving. We heard some of the sounds for the first time. And I have to say, when you can see them a bit more clearly and crisply, these things actually do look quite good. You start off with the clown that's balancing on the bowling pins, twisting his head. Not a big fan of the clown for obvious reasons, but also I'm not sure why his head's twisting. That's a thing that kind of annoys me with clowns. I mean, what is it? Are we saying that clowns are related to owls or something? I'm not quite sure. Then we see some of the Wednesday props. Again, I'm not a huge fan of this Wednesday prop whole thing. I liked Wednesday, the series on Netflix, but I'm not sure we really needed to have Wednesday themed props as such. They look okay. The Wednesday prop is just doing exactly what everyone assumed she was going to do, which is she's moving her arms backwards and forwards in that pose from the famous dance that she does in the series itself. Cousin It's just kind of shuffling about in the front. And at the back is the pilgrim guy that I've forgotten the name of, with smoke pouring out of his mouth, and he's just kind of looking quite ominous. Again, if you love Wednesday, you probably will love these props. But other than that, I'm not quite sure what you do with them. But the footage, at least, is quite good footage to judge them from. Then we move over to the band props. Again, I like these band props. We've seen them before. You see the drummer, you see one of the guitarists, you see the singer who's just sort of bobbing his head backwards and forwards, doing the sort of classic rock stance. They're cool props. I like them. I still love that they're Bluetooth linkable. It's great to actually see them in motion here. So that's really cool. Then it kind of just quickly goes through. We see that sea witch woman, we see the knight from the haunted mansion, and then we see that pumpkin guy that pops the pumpkin off his head. I'm going to just quickly jump to the pumpkin guy. Kind of disappointed. Hoped there was going to be something a bit more awesome under that pumpkin. It just shows the pumpkin raised, and you very quickly see that it is just a skull underneath. It's just a very plain white skull. But, oh well, it'll suit somebody, I'm sure. Then we see a whole host of other props very quickly flashing through. We see the headless woman. Again, it's pretty much what I predicted about this, that her only movement seems to be that she's just kind of moving backwards and forwards. Then we quickly see the guy with the octopus tentacles coming out of his mouth. It does look as though those tentacles move ever so slightly in his mouth, which is kind of cool. But obviously this doesn't have any real sound with it. So we still don't really know what he's going to say or do or gargle or whatever. We still have no clue. You very briefly see the other nautical characters. We've got the witch and the guy in the bell jar outfit and the captain. Again, it's such a quick flip through. We can't really see exactly what they're doing. But again, you can just see, particularly the bell jar guy, just doing this very basic backwards and forwards movement. Kind of predictable. I would hope that he did a little bit more, especially considering the sort of prize he's going out for. But, oh well. But then at the very end, we see something that, for me at least, I think saves the day. And that is this big graveyard guy. And for the first time, we see him doing his full action, which seems to be the only real movement he has, seems to be in his head. I didn't see anything else moving, but his head is turning, the eyes are moving, and he's talking. You can see his mouth moving. In the sound snippet little video, it's just a kind of a moaning noise that you hear as this big prop appears. I don't know whether that's the actual final noise it'll make or one of a series of phrases it'll do. I have no idea. But I actually quite like the look of it. The face I still think is really good. Now we've got a bit of a clearer view of it. I think overall it's a pretty good looking 12-foot prop. But still, it's kind of hard. We haven't got a huge amount to go on until we see some better demo footage of these and the Home Depot props. It's so hard to make a judgment call onto how good these props actually are. Anyway guys, that was it. I just wanted to quickly update you. I wanted you to see that video real quick and where you can see those props in a little bit more detail. If you want one of those Home Depot props and you don't mind the fact that you haven't seen a demonstration video, go onto their website and try and pre-order your orders right now, because as far as I'm aware, you can do that. So hopefully that's true. Don't want to gain myself a reputation for passing out false information. And I will see you in the next one. Keep it spooky, guys. Bye.